Scene cuts. It is back to the celebration. You see obvious commotion as the prisoners are arriving and people realize their loved ones have escaped from prison. Shot cuts to Anakin and Obi-Wan. They can see the changing mood of the crowd but can't tell what is happening. What's going on now?
No idea.
Padme abruptly appears at their side. She looks dazed but ecstatic.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on? Where were you?
Well, we kind of broke open a Republic prison.
You what?
Don't be mad, it was full of children and there were torture chambers and, well, I don't want to even say. I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but I had to. I felt I had no choice. When I served here in the war, I met so many good people whose lives were destroyed by the Republic. When Saw told me what they were planning, I had to help. I'm sorry I brought you into this.
Me too, but it's done. To be honest, I actually think what you did was incredibly brave. Prison is disgusting, worse than death.
I agree. I still think you should have told us.
I am sorry about that. I just needed to make sure this happened, couldn't risk it.
I understand.
Without warning, there is a blaster shot somewhere in the crowd. People scream and start running, then more shots ring out. The fire can be seen in the distance.
Let's get out of here.
They start running with the crowd. Behind them you see stormtroopers with blasters leveled, ruthlessly gunning down anyone in front of them. They run down a side street and suddenly there are troopers in front of them. Instead of shooting, they simply hold the position and you see troopers closing in behind. They are trapped. You see them one by one being arrested, then Padme, Obi-Wan and Anakin. Scene cuts to a prison cell. It is full of 30 or so people arrested during the protest. You see Anakin, Padme and Obi-Wan sitting dejectedly with their backs against the wall.
Well, I never expected we would end up here.
Our careers are over.
That's the least of our worries. Are you crazy?
I don't think I'm going to get in trouble for this. Just to be honest, neither is Obi-Wan.
I'm afraid he's right. The council might strip us of our ranks, but we won't be charged. No one in the council's favor ever is. We know too much. No, Anakin and I will be shuffled off stage, given estates and accounts on some rim world. Kept quiet and out of sight.
I can't believe this. The privilege.
Padme, I'm really sorry. I feel terrible about what might happen to you.
Well, it doesn't really help me.
I don't know what to say.
Maybe try not saying anything for a minute.
They sit together in silence. You see Anakin take on a resolute look. Suddenly he stands.
What are you doing?
He doesn't answer. Instead he steps forward and looks through the bars of the cell. Hey, you there, guard. He moves his hand slightly. I need to get out of this cell. You see the guard walk forward. He looks at Anakin and stares him in the eye, entranced.
You need to get out of this cell.
You're going to open this door.
I'm going to open this.
He reaches forward and unlocks the door. It slides open with a whir. Not waiting, Anakin punches the man square in the face. He falls back against the wall and crumples. Anakin turns back to Padme, Obi-Wan and the other prisoners. Well, come on. Broken from their trance, they rush forward. Anakin takes a blaster from the fallen guard. The group rushes forward and you see them storm a guard room and blast down a few troopers. Then they burst out of the prison and escape into the night. You see Anakin, Padme and Obi-Wan running full out away from the prison. Scene cuts. You see Obi-Wan, Anakin and Padme reach the apartment Saw left them. You can still hear chaos and fighting in the distance. Scene cuts to inside the house. The three settle in, pouring drinks and eating food prepared by the server droid.
Thank you for doing that. I was wrong to judge you.
It was nothing. You know I would never let anything happen to you.
I believe it now.
I need sleep. I'll see you all in the morning.
Good night.
Good night.
Obi-Wan leaves. Padme, I just wanted to say, you really helped me understand something today, about my privilege, but also how important it is to do what you can to help others in need. I've never met anyone like you before. He turns away blushing now. Padme is smiling and also blushes.
I'm glad to hear you say that. I've never met anyone like you either.
Their eyes meet. Anakin looks down at Padme's lips for a moment, then back into her eyes. Padme leans forward and kisses him. They embrace and kiss passionately. Moving down to lie on the couch. Scene cuts. It is morning. You see Padme, Anakin, Saw and Obi-Wan standing together in front of a transport ship with its ramp extended. People are boarding the ship. I wish you could stay longer. Thank you for everything, and it was great meeting the two of you. You as well.
We will visit as soon as time permits.
Please. You will always be welcome.
Goodbye, Saw. Thank you for everything.
They embrace. Until next time. The three move off and walk up the ramp. Saw watches. Scene cuts to orbit. You see the transport ship fly into space and then jump into hyperspace. Scene ends. End of Act 1.